I made the unfortunate mistake of buying box stuff like that where you had to put the cabinets together too.
Yeah.
No, never again.
Yeah.
Never.
I thought about it, but I did some research on it, and I was like, oh, this sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, no, there's way better resources out there. Terrible, terrible stuff. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Lexa. Good morning, Raluca's autopilot thing twice. Good morning, Gracie. Let's start our day off with some victories, some wins, some things you're proud of.
Morning. Okay.
Just,
I
just
I had 100 conversations this week for bold. I thought I wasn't going to make it, but got 102.
when did this week start exactly? Because to me, it's Tuesday. That was yesterday.
Last Tuesday. Last Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday
okay.
to Monday.
Since last Tuesday, you've had 100 conversations.
Yeah.
Well, way to go.
I was having anxiety about it.
That's awesome. What came with those 100 contacts?
I set 2 buyer consultations. So,
There you go.
yeah. And then I'm in escrow. So, yeah.
So you've got a 51 conversion. That's awesome.
Yeah. 50 conversations to one escrow. Boom. Easy math. You want to sell 20 homes this year? 4,000 conversations.
That sounds like a lot.
It's not though.
Break that down into 365.
Oh, not even 365.
I thought Dan was going to do it in his head.
Oh, I was talking weeks. That's 40 100 contact weeks. And we typically work 44 weeks a year.
Right.
So, but I mean, if you're talking 4,000 into 365, what is that? Almost 11 a day? Conversations, 10, 10 and a half, 11
Simple.
a day?
Simple. And what's 20 times your average GCI?
Oh, for Joanne, that's like 16 million.
It's like 60 million. What are you talking about?
Oh no, her average GCI is 16 million.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Gonna have to get a bigger briefcase. All right, love that, Joanne. Keep it going. There you go. 100 contacts a week for the rest of your career. That's not too hard. All right, what else you guys cooking around? What are the wins to celebrate?
My buyer that I met at a Super Bowl party, she got pre-approved and we're shopping for houses this weekend.
Super Bowl party pickups. Love that.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I don't even know football like that, but I still went.
You're still at 609 subscribers, so
I know I need to get that up.
okay. Goal's 1,000.
Yeah. Thanks for the shout out.
Keep pushing you, girl. So you just gotta share it. I think
And I'm doing 30 open houses in 30 days.
I absolutely love that. So is it 30, like, so you're doing an open house a day, or is it just in the next 30 days you'll have
Some days I'm doubling up. There's like a couple days throughout the month that I can't, but on the weekends, a couple of weekends, I'm doubling up. So I'm doing one today for my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
30 open houses in 30 days. Love it. Love it. How many clients, Chris, have you pulled from open houses?
Oh, I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, but that's one of my biggest sources of business.
I mean, if you want to get more business, be more active. So right there, 30 open houses in 30 days. Love that. All right. Anything else you guys want to share before we jump into our high eyes? I know Jason is just excited about today. This is all about Jason today. Okay. Going once, going twice. Open floor is closed. Last couple. Oh, Jason had to jump in there.
Yeah.
What do you got, Jason?
I subscribed to Fabby, so she has another subscriber.
Here we go. 610. Now I need to get mine up to 1,000. I just don't publicly post. Okay. Last couple days we've talked about the different disc profiles If you guys don't remember, DISC stands for dominant or driver, influence for I, steadfast, steady, secure, safety for S, conscientious for C, or cautious, detail oriented. So we've talked about the high D's, we've talked about the high, or sorry, tomorrow's the high D's. We've talked about the high C's and high S's. Now today we're getting into the more fun, the more excitable, the high I's. Right, high I's are probably the easiest to identify. Why do you think that is?
Life of the party, maybe?
Okay, there's a big part of it, right? They're usually the social butterflies. These are the ones that are fluttering about in the office or fluttering about in the world, and you're meeting them out in different environments. How do high I's talk? Let me bring up the disc profile again. Let me see if I can't find the one that I want to show you this morning.
They talk fast and they talk very, I feel like they're very animated.
Okay, it's definitely a big part of it all. Animated, excitable. All right, so pull this over here. For those of you who are driving, do not look at the screen too long. Be safe. But anyway, so we've talked about the S's and C's. What did the S's and C's have in common? Weren't they a little slower paced, methodical, detail oriented? Whereas the I's, we've already kind of identified, are faster speaking, more energetic, faster pace. So the different sides of the graph here, you guys can see my indexer. Your top of the graph, your D's and your I's are active, fast paced. They're very energetic versus the other side are very thoughtful and a little bit more reserved. When you're on the right side of the metric, it's more emotional versus the left side, which is more logical. So that being said, just knowing those things, we can identify that a high I, someone of influence, would be a fast-talking, people-centric, emotional individual. Now, who on our call fits that bill? Just if you guys don't have gallery view on right now, you should, because you can see the biggest fucking smile.
Jason.
So, what are their priorities? Well, high I's prioritize expression, enthusiasm. They love collaboration and teamwork. They're the life of the party, but when it comes to a work effort, like a real estate transaction or any kind of business stuff, a high I is going to show up with, what do you think? What are your feelings? Right? They want collaborative. They want to bring their best friend with them. They want to bring their mom, their sister, their dog. They want to bring someone along because it's all about the party. Not the party is in flags and kazoos and fun, but the party is in groups of people. They want recognition, right? Great job. High five, Jason. You're doing great. Right? Go boy. Go boy. Right? They want approval. What is the worst two letters you could ever tell to someone with a high I?
No, thanks.
No, don't tell them no.
Go away.
No. Because no instantly is like, oh man. Right? And they want fun experiences. So when you're showing houses to a high I, what should you do? What are some of the things you can do to really get them energetic? Do you want to meet them at the house? Or should you take them to the house?
Oh yeah, take them to the house.
Take them and play good tunes.
He nailed it, right? Stephanie nailed it. Take them with you, crank the music, have a dance party in the car, have some karaoke session on the way to the house, right? Make it fun. They're not afraid to make decisions. They make decisions very quickly, but the decisions are all based on the fun factor, right? You'll hear them say things like, wow, this home is great. I love that kitchen. I could really see my friends getting together for game night here. Or man, I love the backyard. It's perfect for entertaining. Right? The struggle there is they might fall in love with multiple houses. So it's on you to keep them organized. If a high C is extremely organized and details focused, and we know the other side of the equation is usually the opposite, we could think that a high I, not very organized, not very details focused. Jason's pointing out his clutter in the shelves. I'm pretty sure that's a can, or there's a can of ravioli up there.
Tiddlywinks. That was my nickname for when I sold Vitamix.
Tiddlywinks. He would have stuff like that in his world because it makes it good, right? They talk about their friends, their family, their social circles, how they're going to interact with the train. Oh, my sister's going to love this place. My dad's going to love this place. So now that we know we're going to get them life in the party, we're going to get them in the car, we're going to take them with us, we're going to crank the music, we're going to have a good time, we're going to get them vibing. Get them to make a decision by, oh, can't you see the fun you're going to have here? Great, let's put in an offer. How are they going to handle tough situations like multiple offers? Well, we know high eyes love social proof, and that's what validation gets you, social proofing. If a lot of people love a house, what does that do?
Makes it important.
Yeah, God, this house must be great. I should probably offer more. I don't want to lose this house. If a lot of people want it, it must be the right decision, right? Social proof. They don't want to miss out. They sure as heck don't want to second guess their decisions, right? Keep the party going, right? Keep the party going because if it gets too serious and boring, they're going to lose interest. You hit a high I with a whole bunch of graphs and charts and statistics, Mikey, they're not going to listen. Because boring. My high I flares when I'm reading a menu, okay? If there's too many words and not enough pictures, I'm out.
Graph's a picture.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of numbers and stuff on it. It's boring. It's boring. Unless you do like Mikey does and you put a colorful picture around it. Have you guys ever seen Mikey's posts?
I saw Mikey's open house signs. They look amazing.
Again, colorful. Where do you think Mikey's complex falls? Mikey, you got some high I in you? A little bit of party? A little bit? Still will bet? Mikey's a high C. Mikey loves the party, but Mikey loves the details. He's actually one of his strong suits is bringing valuable information and then being able to sell how that's going to affect the people.
Same.
I struggle with extremely high eyes because I'm not that high of an eye. I'm not. I can be very sociable. I can be very fun, but my high D says, you know what? It's all about me. Why are you talking so much? High eyes are like, I want to talk about me. I want to talk about like Toby Keith song.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about me. I want to talk about I want to talk about number one is me, oh my, or whatever the lyrics are. Rest his soul. So now a high I may not ask all the right questions because they don't know. One, they don't know to ask the questions. And two, questions can be boring, right? I don't want to know all the process, right? Instead of getting them to deep dive into research, they ask big picture, fun-oriented questions like, could you see me throwing a party here? What do you think the neighborhood rules are against blank? Like, could I get a bounce house in the backyard? Hey, do you think I could jump off the roof and make it into the pool?
How many people fit in this hot tub?
Yeah, these are questions you're going to get they may seem like surface level questions, but these to a high I are indicators of interest. Because what they're doing is they're building this big picture of what their life is going to look like in this house. So when you're there, you should be walking the house like, oh my God, Stephanie, look at this amazing backyard. Could you imagine how many parties you could have here? Oh, you know how you told me you're going to have your what is it? I had it in my head a second ago, just lost. Woofs and wines? your dog party with your friends that drink wine together. Get all your dogs together, and you guys could drink wine by the hot tub. How cool would that be?
How have I never heard of this? OMG.
I was saving it for you, sis. I was.
That's incredible. Thank you.
I'll come up with a better name for it. It's Woofs and Wines or something. You get people together. Love wine, love dogs, right? Owls and
Yeah,
half
because
dogs.
Woofs and Wines is like my every single day, and it's not the kind you drink. It's just them being assholes.
That's a way. See again. Let's identify another high I on the call.
Mhm.
Christina,
I'm high ID. Thank
you
you.
have some high I in you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Sure do.
she loves the party, loves the environment, but also she can get burned out by too much of the wrong people.
Preach.
So it's important to know that, right?
Did anybody take the disc test from Friday?
Jessica did. What'd you come up with, Jessica? SI.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear it.
It
It wasn't an I.
exactly why you did hear it. She's a C. She's quiet. She's calm.
Okay.
She's quiet. She probably took the test 3 different times to make sure it was accurate.
I got the one you had to pay money, but I also remembered I took it last year because I took it for college. My teacher made me take it.
There you go.
Yeah, I took it last year too. I have it still.
I should ask is who hasn't taken a disc profile like at this point, right? We've talked about it enough. You should know it, but you should also know how you are so that you understand naturally how you respond.
You know what's interesting though is my results are, I don't know, there's probably different quizzes out there, but mine's a Tony Robbins one, and maybe they all do this. They break you down into your adapted style and then your natural style, and they're different, and I find that really interesting.
Stephanie, you have your natural born abilities, the things that you like to do and the environments you like to be in that you feel at home.
Or
And
when you're feeling
Yeah.
safe is how it's described too, because I've conditioned myself to be the adapted one, and then
yeah, like I said, when you're home, when you feel safe, when you feel in your environment, when you feel home, that's the safest feeling we can identify as at home, unless you have a terrible home life. I'm sorry. But you're right, that's your natural state. Now, your adapted personality is probably what most people see because you're in the world, you're in the public eye, you're in the work sphere that you're going to bring out that adaptive. And over time, your job, your exposure, your education, your experiences can all change your adaptive personality. Case in point, do you think I have always been outgoing in a high individual like this? No. If I'm not in this environment, guys, I don't talk to people. I'm not, I tell you all the time, go out there and talk to people in line at coffee shops and at Walgreens and stuff like that. It's not for me telling you to do it, it's me telling me to do it. Because I'm not naturally that high I. I'm not. Some of the situations Christina puts herself in, like that time left that she was doing on Wednesdays to go to lunch with random people, no, thank you. That sounds
oh my
like
God, I tried it. No, thank you.
I was gonna say I recruited Stephanie. I think Dirk did it too.
yeah, but for me, like I'm a very adapted I. I can be sociable, I can be excitable, I can be magnetic, but I'm not charged by people. I take a long time of decompression to kind of ramp that energy down, and at the end of it, I am just dog tired. Versus someone who's naturally an I is energized by people. Jason, Jason, sorry, Jason's the I. Sorry, Jason, energized by people. He gravitates to them. I used to make the joke by Jason was the nosy neighbor of his last neighborhood. He knew everything about everybody. He was the type of guy that would be out getting his mail, and someone 3 houses down would be outside picking up dog poop, and Jason would walk to that guy and start a conversation. Am I wrong?
Nope.
No, but that's because you're drawn to people. My neighbor's outside of his house. I'm walking faster from the mailbox to the house because I'm like, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Because for me, my D is so high. I don't have time for that conversation. I have things that I'm trying to do. And we're going to jump into the D's tomorrow. But today, the I's, you got to go. they may lose focus quickly because they're bouncing from emotional stimulus to emotional stimulus. But don't be afraid to ask tough questions, but you have to frame it into fear of missing out. They will make very quick, spontaneous decisions because they're afraid of missing out. So identifying the people they might be bouncing from house to house to house. I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. Hear me when I tell you, they will blend houses together. Oh, you remember the house with the red door in the backyard that had the great hot tub and the second story jacuzzi? That was 6 different houses, dude. No, it wasn't. So you're going to have to keep a little log. So I think it goes without saying that paperwork is not their most favorite thing. They'll gloss over the important details. You'll hear this. I love this. I trust you. Tell me where to sign.
Give me the bullet points.
Yeah. This is all legal bullshit. I don't want to read it. I trust you. Sign right here. You'll know people that have a high eye because you'll send the email for the digital signature and you'll get it back before you sent it in the first place. Because they're on their phone already on TikTok. And then all of a sudden they just sign the email, get it out of the way, and then go on. Versus a high C where you send that email, you get 6 phone calls, 2 text messages, and a lawyer's review before they sign it.
Yeah.
But here's where I think that gets us in trouble. As a real estate fiduciary, your job is to make sure that they understand. So how can we frame it so that they'll take the time to listen? We know they like the party. We know they like the fun. Hey, Jason, I know that talking about the serious details isn't the most fun part of this. I want you to make sure you're making the right decision. So here's how this all affects you. Boom, 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 boom. Good. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go have some fun looking some houses.
Go to the bar, get them drunk, have them sign.
Don't do that. Unless your name is Anthony Sotelo. No, but that's the thing is they love to talk. They'll go on tangents. They'll talk about personal things. You will have to loop them back to the things that matter. Do not anticipate a 15-minute conversation staying a 15-minute conversation. Sometimes 15 turns into 45. And a quick call to check on something turns into 10 or 15 minutes. But it's really, really important that they trust you. And how do they trust you? You don't lie to them. You tell them the truth. And you don't try to stop them. You don't be like, no, stop talking. Stop talking. You're so annoying right now. You just killed the party. But you can be like, I don't have that much time to talk today. I just want to give you a call real quick. I only got about 4 or 5 minutes. And they'll talk for 7, but then you're like, hey, I got to get running. I love you, bud, but I got to go. Don't break the rapport. Just kind of pause it. But they will. They're very much so influenced by relationship. So social proofing, referrals, they know someone you've done business with. You're going to feel like you've known this person forever. And they will definitely do business with people they like and trust. If you are not getting along with a high I, you will know it. Because they'll stop answering your phone calls. They'll stop responding. It'll feel awkward. So, key things. Keep it fun and light. Use social proofing and fear of missing out in your questions and to help drive decisions. Hey, I know that you said you weren't ready to put in an offer on this house, but how much longer do you want to live at your mom's house, not being able to have those rager parties that you want? Dude, having your own place? You could be throwing your first party. Dude, your welcome home party could be 31 days from now. Who are you inviting? Oh, Brad and Anthony. Great. Let's put the offer in right now. Let's go. Okay, man. I trust you. Let's go. Summarize and keep it simple. Do you need to go every bullet point of the contract? No. No. To Jessica, do you need to do every bullet point of the contract? She's like, I don't know. Yes, we do. We know we do. You got to highlight it and circle shit too. And there's nothing wrong with being one way or the other. I'm telling you this now. High I's are like, well, I want to be fun. High S's are like, well, I want to be a fun high I. C's are like, I want to have a fun high I. No, you don't. Because your natural style is your natural style for a reason. These are all representative of about a quarter of the society. 25% of people are high I's, 25% are high D's, 25% are high S's, 25% are high D's. But the beautiful thing is, two high I's together won't get a whole lot of shit done. But it'll be a hell of a party. A great time, good conversations. You guys will have all of the interaction. So if you are naturally a high I, you might have an adoption of a little bit of D. Maybe some C, maybe some S. You might have adopted a style that allows you to pull back and help drive the result instead of just staying in the party. Stephanie's catching on that. She's like, that makes total sense. So, how do you help them stay on track, keep focused? Well, you got to remind them of the things they liked about the house. You loved this home because of the open floor plan and the amount of space in that living room you guys could have a party. Does this feel like it's the right fit? Again, feelings, not facts. Does this feel like it's the right fit? How'd the neighborhood feel to you? God, it seemed like you were getting along with the neighbor real well when you're talking to him in the driveway. That's pretty awesome. You already got a friend in the neighborhood. And then follow up. It's key to follow up with enthusiasm. High I clients love positive reinforcement. Right, Jason?
Agreed.
Celebrate things. Guys, God, you guys made a great choice. I'm excited for the first dinner party. What a wonderful house you guys are getting. I'm so excited for that open house party. Or the housewarming party. Or, hey, I'm excited for little Susie's birthday. You guys are going to have so much fun with that bounce castle. So, here's some ideas. If you can't tell someone's a high I, I'm sorry. I really am. This is one of the easiest to recognize. Now, I will tell you that high I's and high D's are masked the same when your DI is adapted. High I's and high D's will show up very similarly. But ask them, what excites you about looking for a home? Or what excites you about selling this home? And if they give you a factual response, lean towards D. If they give you an emotional response, lean towards I. Like if they're talking about experiences, social life, fun aspects, right? That's emotional. If they're talking about facts, data, logic, numbers, high D. Did you guys pick up something today was worth value? Are you ready for the D's tomorrow? All right. Who are my high natural D's?
Heyo.
Me.
So we're going to bring it tomorrow. If you guys wanted some more of this, they're on the YouTube channel. If you go to Big Dan Caldwell, go to the lives, they'll be represented there. They just live there in perpetuity until someone just decides to delete them. So go back and revisit these. Go back and look at the S's and the I's if you didn't get to be live on the call last week. So thank you guys so much for being a part of my mornings. I'm excited to pour into you. I'm excited to see you pour into others. So go do something great. Look at Jason. He is holding his hands down, so he's not the first person to high five. God, I love you, man.
Jason, you're the freaking best. You really are.
He
Thanks.
is.
Happy birthday, Christina.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everyone.